Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a big surprise announcement here at the McMurray Experience at the Regional Municipality of Wood Buffalo and the Alberta Sport Connection. So we've got some neat stuff here for you this afternoon. So we're going to make this kind of fun, going to be a little interactive for you as well, and hopefully we'll all get a big bang out of this. First off, I do want to thank the bid committee who put all of this together. You guys did an amazing job. This isn't just today. This is stuff that is happening almost pretty much since the end of the Western Canada Summer Games, getting ready for this bid process here. So I don't want to say too much because I'm not the person that's supposed to be talking. Coming up from the Alberta Sports Connection, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. John Short.
Boy, that's quite a greeting. Normally I only get that kind of applause when I stay away from a microphone. It is absolutely a pleasure for me to be here and to bring greetings on behalf of the Alberta Sport Connection. I'm the chair of the Sport Connection, very proud to say that, and I also speak for the government of Alberta, meaning Minister David Eggen. I know because I was here that Minister Eggen was entirely impressed with the hospitality, the facilities, the great organization of the Western Canada Summer Games when we and he and so many others were up here in July. He told me personally that he was very disappointed not to be able to appear here today. Schedule just won't fit. And he wanted to be the one to say that the 2018 Alberta Winter Games have been awarded to the municipality of Wood Buffalo. You people keep reacting like that, I may move here. The mayor, we'll talk about her later, but the minister did send along a personal message that he wants you to see and hear.
Hi everyone, I'm David Eggen, Minister of Culture and Tourism. I am responsible for sport in Alberta. While I wasn't able to join you in person today, I wanted to take the opportunity to say congratulations to the municipality of Wood Buffalo on being named host community for the 2018 Alberta Winter Games. I am very proud and excited to see Wood Buffalo taking a leading role in hosting sport events. I had the opportunity to visit Wood Buffalo during the 2015 Western Canada Summer Games, and I was very impressed with the scenery, the facilities, and the hospitality that I saw firsthand. But most of all, the people of Wood Buffalo were the shining stars. Their passion for the region and their voluntary spirit really made the games spectacular. Our government is proud to be a part of the Alberta Games. Not only do they bring tourism and cultural benefits to the region, they also create a legacy through the young athletes and volunteers that they inspire. Many of our athletes have moved on from these games to the Canada Games, and then to the World Championships, and then even the Olympics. Memories are made at these games, and they stay with us for a lifetime. So congratulations once again to Wood Buffalo in your selection as the host for the 2018 Alberta Winter Games. I have no doubt that you will leave a legacy of success for others to follow. Thank you very much.
It's time for me to do something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I wanted in person to congratulate Melissa Blake, the mayor of the regional municipality of Wood Buffalo, basically for being such a terrific person to deal with when we come here, but also because she worked with the councillors, bid chair John Wilson, and the bid committee, and all of you volunteers in this wonderful community. You've all been involved with the initiative. For what a job, what a submission you put together for the 2018 Alberta Winter Games. That was a great experience for me. I'd been here several times before, but it was those games that prompted me to say, I'll be back as often as I can be. Once again, congratulations to Mayor Blake and that organization. We know this from personal experience. This community's got a great depth of experience to draw from because of those 2015 Western Canada Summer Games, also the 2003 Alberta 55-plus Games, the 1992 Alberta Winter Games, the 1985 Alberta Summer Games. Boy, you've been busy. Now, very soon, the board of which I'm chair, the Alberta Sport Connection Board, will be making a decision on the 2017 Alberta 55-plus Games. We simply haven't had time to make the decision yet. We've considered it. It's still under consideration. When the decision is made, I promise we'll let you know as quickly as we can. Good luck to you. The government of Alberta is going to be, in the meantime, let's not forget the important games for now, and those are the games that we're talking about. The Alberta Winter Games will be a major benchmark, and we know that. The 2017 Alberta 55-plus Games also to be a benchmark, and those two events signify that the government of Alberta, through our Alberta Sport Connection, will invest $370,000 in support only of the Alberta Winter Games at this point to help the municipality of Wood Buffalo host and organize the games. Over the next couple of years, our staff will provide consulting services and will be there or here to assist you in all preparations. We look forward to working with you. You're going to have top athletes, top coaches, trainers, proud parents and families all here. Excuse me, I talk too much. They will experience the hospitality that we know about, the great facilities, the great people, and this community. Alberta Sport Connection is quite proud of the role that we play in helping communities like yours host the Alberta Games and the Alberta 55-plus Games. I did radio for 30 years and never lost my voice. Sport, we know, has a positive impact on individualities, on communities, and society. Albertans believe sport contributes to the quality of life in our province. We hope it has contributed to the quality of life in this community. In fact, we know that it has. This year, Alberta Sport Connection moves toward implementation of a new sport plan. It's a 10-year framework with the vision of making Alberta the national leader in sport, and we can't do it without Ford McMurray. To further emphasize the point, we can't do it without Wood Buffalo, can we? Events like the Alberta Games are essential in that process. Many of the young athletes in that process will participate in these games before they go on to join Team Alberta and compete against the best in Canada as part of the Canada Games. Some of those athletes will later join our national team, will represent Canada at international competitions, Olympics, World Championships, Pan American Games, you name it. They'll be competing against the best in the world, and they will be able to look back at experience here in Wood Buffalo, Fort McMurray. On their way, however far they go in the world of sport, in their careers, all of these young people will experience positive opportunity that sport provides for development and growth. They'll develop self-confidence, they'll set goals, they'll pursue dreams, and they'll get to know more about you and your community. At this point, I'm going to take a moment to rest my voice because it's time to play a short video that will give you some additional perspective on sport as we see it.
Spend a lot more time with your team, and it's a ton of fun.
It's such a rush. I love it so much. It's like
the Olympics for my age, so it's really awesome.
She's pushing, Madeline.
Hey, you! There's nothing you can do!
We get to see people from everywhere, well, all over Alberta.
I'm really loving it because it really gives you a chance to go out and compete against the athletes that are the best in the province.
We just won our first game in the Alberta Winter Games.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for first, but we'll have to see. There's lots of hard competitors.
We compete in synchronized swimming, and we're just here for the experience.
The experience of everyone coming together in Alberta and competing together.
It's a good experience, and it's fun.
Speaking for Alberta Sport Connection and the Government of Alberta, congratulations to the Regional Municipality of Wood Buffalo on this successful bid to host the 2018 Alberta Winter Games. Personally, I look forward to working with you over the next while and being here in 2018. I know our staff and our board feel very much the same way. Now comes the great privilege for me to move over and make room for your mayor, Melissa Blake.
Well, thank you so very much. And Mr. Short, who is the opposite of his name, is somebody who always gives me great pleasure to gather with him. Because every time I see him, something good's about to happen. Well, something good has indeed happened. And so today I am delighted to be here and extremely pleased to share this announcement at the same time today with all of you. I know I've got a couple of members of my council team in the room, but they're not tall enough to stand above the crowd except the guy in the orange hat. We know him on Twitter as Orange Lid, but Phil Maher is here and Councillor Jane Stroud, who's too short to be seen anywhere, but she's in the room. There's a little white hand that came up. And if I've got other members of council in the room, which I can't actually see, I'm going to say apologies to them, but these are the folks who made this possible from the get-go. When I say the get-go, if we didn't have that authorization right up front to allow us to be able to champion our resources and commune our people and get everybody moving for the purpose of winning this bid, we probably wouldn't be here today. It's just the way it would be. So we are here today, and so are all of you here today, and you need to know how absolutely delighted I am. I savored every single event and valued every single venue and celebrated all of the incredible new sporting facilities that we had introduced to our community. And I've got to tell you quite honestly that I could not have been more personally impressed with each and every single volunteer that we had for our Western Canada Summer Games. But once those games wrapped up, I will tell you that it was that council that once again pleased me with an appetite for pursuing games. We wanted to replicate the experience that we'd had as a community, as a region, as an ability to host any kind of competitiveness in sport. And these were the opportunities that first came knocking for us. And so we again took a look at it, and I will tell you with much shame that I was the only dissenter in the group. I said, wait. Do we really want these ones, or do we need to do something different, or how is it all going to play out? Well, our community want these games, and so I voted against them. It's true. That was the first time I said, you get me a champion for the Alberta 55-plus games, and you get me a champion for these Western Canada Summer Games, and the champions we got were incredible, and the efforts they put in matched how incredible that was. One of the co-hosts, or co-chair people that we had for the Western Canada Summer Games, who's done this before, who knows what he's up to, who's in Palm Springs, I think, right now, not actually here today. John Wilson, no stranger to the community, had said with full loving embrace of these games that he too would like to see them happen. And none of them stood alone. And so today, to be able to announce that we've got, for certain, the 2018 Alberta Winter Games, we have got just exactly what Council was looking for, and I know that I've got exactly what I'm looking for too. So with great enthusiasm, it was those two teams. It was both the Alberta 55 Plus Committee and the other committee, the one that's here today. These folks came together and they worked in collaboration with each other to put on the very best display and effort to compel these fine folks from the Alberta Sport Council and the Bid Selection Committee that we really did want these games. And I got to tell you, we're here today, so they were quite successful. But what they didn't get enough of for me, and they can never get enough of for me, on behalf of my council and all of the citizens that we represent, and it is that thankfulness that you did what you did to make today possible. And every day going forward as we count down to hosting these games in 2018, and when we wait with bated breath to find out what happens with the second bid that we put in, I would always encourage this community to let your heart show, to let the folks who have the ability to pursue these lofty goals continue. No matter what the circumstances are, we are better for coming together, for delivering what we did to the bid committee, and for taking up the charge of what comes next in hosting Albertans here in Wood Buffalo so they can see who we really are. And who we really are exactly like the people in this room. They're exactly like the volunteers at the events. They are exactly like the sponsors that we had for those games. They are like the organizers, the bid committee, the subcommittees that happened for all of those things. So what I will conclude with is quite simply that on behalf of my council colleagues and the folks that we represent in Wood Buffalo, not only are we excited and passionate about hosting these games, I will tell you that we are also ready, willing, and able to bring Alberta to Wood Buffalo for the games of a lifetime. Thank you.
I really want to take this opportunity to convince this group that I have some friends, and two of them are here with me. Our CEO, Lloyd Bentz, is here, and Don Wilson. Don is the new Director of Games and Marketing for Alberta Sport Connection, and he spent a good part of the morning telling us how happy he is to be back in Fort McMurray. He worked here years ago, and somehow the community survived, Don. Congratulations. Thank you very much. And over to you.
Thanks. Well, thank you guys very much for coming out to the announcement for the Alberta Games. As well, right now, what we're going to do is we're going to invite everybody up to the front, so the big committee, as well as the general public, if we get everybody up here with the mayor and John and all the folks from Alberta Sports Connection, we're going to get a photo op there, if we can do that. Secondly of all, for the media, there'll be a scrum immediately following, and there will be a video posted on the RMWB YouTube channel that you can attach to your stories as well. Grab yourself some swag, enjoy, come on up, be part of the picture, and be part of Wood Buffalo. Oh, and I see Mystico's made it to the Alberta Winter Games too. There you go, Mystico.